Hello, mates. It's me, Aolumity. So apparently I'm in the end. The reason why I'm in the end is because I'm trying to like make a shulker farm. The reason why I need this is because there are certain barrels that it will be immediately filled in very quickly. That I run out of space. That I have to add another chest. I'm going to use another barrel for the same block. So I have to avoid this. And to circumvent this thing, I have to make a shulker farm to get shulker shells, and then after that, I can place an extra storage of, well, whatever items. Now, here's the catch that I realized. I had to bridge all the way out to the end, and I'm getting farther. There's there's an explosion. There's an explosion. I've never seen this before. This is the first time I've seen the end explosions, which is not there before I updated this to this recent version, and actually like this every time. There's like a supernova from the distance. From what I can think of, like the supernova or the end flashes is either a star exploding or a world over there is dying, and it's a very nice addition to the end. And it's not gonna get an update, but they're just gonna improve what we still have in the end by just adding more ambience. It's quite a cool thing to do. And for me, I don't think we really need an end update, or if there is one, it's not gonna be a big one. Like like the better end. I just don't like that one. I'm more of the null skips one where they just add more variety of bombs, but they're all dead. It's what it's supposed to be. The end should be barren and lifeless, and there should be other bonds, but they're also lifeless and very very quiet. You don't need to stay the end there for long. All right, mates. I reached the 250 blocks from the center. Okay, center of this thing, and this is where I started to like place all the nether stuff, like I mean the end stuff, where I'm going to like platform all the way through like few more blocks before I start building the entire shulker farm. Well, right next to it, it's going to be like the Enderman farm, the pearl farming, and right here I'm trying to measure out. Like I can just have to make sure it should be good enough distance. So I decided to stop at like 25 blocks from the turning area, right here, and I went back and make sure it's 3 blocks wide, just 3 blocks wide. After that, you have like a good walkable area. To be honest, building in the end is really dangerous. There's a chance you may possibly fall and die and lose everything you have done. I simply don't want. And I fell down. Oh no. It's a good. There's another explosion. There is a good thing that you have a elytra on this situation, because if you don't, you're already a dead man. Right now, I am moving carefully, and I actually made some backups in case I fell and failed to activate the elytra. Now I'm just gonna widen this upwards before I start building this entire shulker farm, and it's gonna take a while to do so. Alright mates, so I'm started to build the shulker farm, and I actually followed a tutorial for this. I've been messing around with the first thing, where the first issue here is trying to transport the shulker all the way through here. And it was painful to do so when I just practiced this thing. I don't even know if this is a good thing to do. This was just 100% pain and agony. But I think it'll be worth it once it's all done. Not getting XP or anything, but just important boxes. And this tutorial that I found has a lot. It has a strong farm rate, has a strong like drop rates of the shulkers. What it basically does is just make a circle on top where all the shulkers will spawn, and they'll start shooting each other until one of them dies and possibly drop a shulker. Now right here is where I'm trying to like create a catchment base, I mean like a storage area for the shulker shells to drop. And there's not really a big one because who needs a lot of these things? Now this is good. Now put the hoppers in like few blocks. There. Okay, I made a mistake here. Right there. I think two chests would be fine. You don't need the other. You don't need to see this one on the top. It's gonna get removed. And after this is basically trying to create the catchment basin for the shulker shells, and it's gonna be a massive one based on the tutorial. I have to like make a huge amount of water sources just to, well, make this thing flow towards the center. Made time on this part of my building. I'm trying to build the platform where all the shulkers will drop when the shulkers die, and all these things will funnel all the way to the hopper over there. So the instructions based on the tutorial that I am seeing right now is like builds like 14 by 14 on the first layer. This is the first part. I don't take it slowly because building in the end is extremely dangerous. Like one mistake, yeah, it's over. And actually I struggled here because like I realized this thing is a bit too high. I mean too low that I could actually can't use the bedrock bridging method. The default one will work. Take it slowly. Then like 7 blocks. And then after that I can do the same thing on the other side. 7 blocks. So right there. It should be this good. Actually, never mind. I screwed up. It's 8. It's not 14 by 14. I remember it's 17 by 17 in the first layer, 7 by 7 on the second layer, and the 4 blocks. I don't know. This after that, I just have to fill this entire thing, and it should be quick, though. Also, the thing here is like I have to. After I fill this up right there, I'm going to do the next layer. Well, I filled this part up. Now I'm going to place this corner block so the water. Oops. So I'll start placing the water thing. I should not put any water source on the corners. Right, blocks right on the block right next to the corner. I don't know. Just don't place a water over there. Now time to put the second layer. Should be 7 blocks wide. This is where all the water will be funneled, like from the first layer, like on the very top. Here I take it slowly to avoid falling down. This is going to take a while though. Like it's pretty difficult to build in the end, and one mistake can literally like losing a lot of everything. And I better hope that once I accidentally fell down, I will activate the elytra, which would be the lifesaver. Because if I built this without an elytra, it's absolutely a disastrous move that could cost your entire savings. I don't really want to have to gather all my materials again. This is not Hermitcraft where you can ask your friends to get your toolkit back. Alright mates, we are done the second part. This will be the last part. It's the upper portion. 4 blocks wide. It's gonna funnel all the way down. This is where all the water will start flowing from the very top. right there. And then after that, I have to surround it with like a blocks that should contain the water, and I have to put a slab on it to avoid spawning some of the endermans. They're gonna be pretty annoying in the overworld, but in the end it's 50 times worse. I actually ran out of stuff. I need to build more. So after putting this thing, I'm going to like go down there and try to place some this show some those armor stands to avoid all the shulker projectiles going outside. After this, I'm going to like grab all the shulkers, and it's actually the hardest thing I've ever done, and I hated every single moment in doing so. And you could see that I'm gonna skip to this part and show you what I'm talking about. Alright mates, now I've filled in this part. Now the next thing to do is to surround this entire thing with this part, which is supposedly to avoid the wire flowing all the way through the outer parts, and at the same time I had to place a slab over there. This is it's have to move carefully though, because a big one mistake is gonna absolutely throw. I also have to remind you again when this is not the same as Hermitcraft or like a normal single multiplayer server where you can just set up a shop and let the players buy your toolkit because they lost theirs in the end, which would suck. But at least you get an extra toolkit very quickly. Here you're just alone, you don't have anyone to rely on. You have to restart from the very beginning. Although if it's like much more advanced, you are gonna be way quicker if you're like more of an advanced player. Like it's gonna take a while, but you'll get back there very quickly. But I still don't want to have that thing. I have so many of these materials. I have so many buttons. I think I need to fill this thing up because this is dangerous to go around. And here it is. Now, forgot to put a corner block there because in the surrounding area you have to put water. Except the block right next to the corner block. This is just this is gonna take a while. Doing the normal bedrock feature, which is placing mid-air, then spam this thing backwards. You can see the end island from there, like the main end island. It's far, but if I had a better device at it, I could see more. I'm very tired right now as I'm recording this. It's literally at midnight. I'm recording the audio. And I do wonder what to do after this. I should start finishing the horse race track after this though. It's bugging me a lot. Alright, I've surrounded this entire thing with this. I've already placed slabs on this. Now the next thing to do is fill it in. And this is gonna be the most annoying part. Unlike placing blocks, you have to place wire, you run out of wire, and this weird thing like this, because I don't know what's going on. Had to like go back there, get the water, and repeat the process multiple times, and yeah, pretty much a very annoying task to do. Down there, this is gonna take a while. Well, we're done with this thing. I placed all the wire sources right there. So this part is essentially done. Now the next part is, well, put some of the, just an end flash. The next part is to get rid of this thing. We don't need it anymore, so we just have to like remove these pieces of blocks. After that, we basically proceed to the next part where we try to make the entire upper part of the farm, which is where the shulkers will be housing and where I'll try to AFK. So right here, after this, I'm just gonna pillar that scaffolding a bit to like, I don't know, 16 blocks right there. Just climb up a bit. And also the instructions told me to cover this thing in case when I'm trying to climb up so the strokers wouldn't see me. Right there. I use slab so that way they won't spawn upside down right there. After that, I'm just gonna place the buttons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. And climb up. Just checking. 1, 2, 3, I don't know. It's probably 16, but it could work with more blocks. It's going to be as high as to avoid that thing could spawn down there. I'm pretty sure this is the right height, I think. So after placing this thing, I decided to create the spawning area where all the strokers will try to spawn in, and this is the platform where I try to AFK. So the instructions told me that I have to put like some sort of like armor stands to avoid getting hit by those things. After this, I went up and start to build the entire, well, the spawning area for the shulkers. Right there, it's going to be like here. Now, right here, it's where the shulkers will not spawn because they don't want to hit me right here. Now, I'm going to like move carefully in this thing because it's precarious. Right there. And the stone buttons. Stone buttons will prevent the entire shulkers would spawn in the armor stand, which is bad. Then I just have to like make it like 1 block high. Then put a slab over there. This is gonna take a while to do, so we have to surround the entire thing with this. Okay, this is gonna want to create a circular platform. I need to get some of these shulkers first, so I'll try to like make a platform here, surround it with armor stands. It should be a small platform first before I try to make a big one based on the instructions given to me. Just a 6 by 6, and then you go from the center. After that, you have to like put something under here like armor stand to avoid stray shots from this thing, and this is going to take a while, so watch my entire building process. You'll see how really difficult it is. After this, just surround this with like blocks so they will spawn there. Alright, mates. Now after this, I'm just gonna get rid of these things. Because after this, the next part is just to expand the area. To maximize the entire efficiency is like 14 by 14. No, it's 14 from the center. 14 blocks. It says that in the instructions, it became like 15 block radius because there's a bit of a error that it's like 14.5, so it's 15 blocks in estimation. Right now, I'm just getting rid of these things and probably proceed to the next part. So just this is what this is like going to make it into a circle. So I've gotten rid of this and now it's time to like expand it to its fullest potential. Right here, I'm just gonna put some blocks here. Here I'm gonna be like 14 block radius, well 15 if you didn't include, if you actually include the center. Now after this, it's just create a circle. I just look up on how it should be, and this is what I saw on the video. It's gonna be a circle here, and start to place all the blocks all around. It's gonna be great. After this, I'm just gonna place the slabs to spawn proof this thing. No, so they can spawn right there. Like this, just cover the circle with slabs. Alright, now I've covered the entire thing with the circle. Now it's time to place buttons so they won't try to spawn on the sides of this thing. This is gonna take a while. Well, mates, the farm is ready. Now, after that, I'm just gonna show how it works. You climb up right here, and then you climb up right there to the ladder, to the scaffolds, and this is where you stay in. There's so many shulkers. I'm gonna change it to survival mode, and it will start working. The survival hard mode specifically. And look at them, they get angry at you. For now, it's really low powered, but the more shulkers, the more efficient the farm is. It's going to take a while, but this is a good starting point. You just need to wait and sit in for a while. After AFKing for a while, I got a lot of these things. It's not really fully powered. I might do some bit of a tweak on this thing, but it's a good progress, and I already have a lot of shulker shells that I might possibly need, and probably even more. Now, I guess it's done right now. I'm just gonna leave here. Alright, mate, I'm just gonna craft a lot of these choker shells to choker boxes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna run out of storage here. Now, here's the thing. I'm actually working on my base off camera because I am trying to add some, like, a bit of aesthetics. And also, I need this thing so I can clean up the base. It's like it's like an impending thing that I have started like few months ago. I want to clean it up. Now here is where I changed some of the layouts. This is like I added a extra room so that way it should feel open. Right here there's like 4 water jets that goes you can go down there and then you can climb back up. Right here, I need to put a fence here first, but let's show you what is going on. So here is like the one that goes up, and this one is going down. You just jump down here and let the bubble cone flow down towards the floor. It's gonna take a while though, but it's gonna lead to the mining area. It's right here. Move down here and well, here it is. Here's the mining area. I'm going to expand this thing a bit. And here's like the tunnels that I made for mining. And after that, I'm just gonna show you where it goes up. This one is Solsted and this will take you upwards. And it's really fast. It's great. Look at it. And then you pop out and you're back to the surface. Well, so for the meantime, I'm now slowly trying to clean my base up. Like at the beginning, I've already sorted some stuff already. And after this, these chests are gonna disappear and it's gonna appear on my other part of the base. I might add a refrigeration area somewhere around here, but it's not gonna be the same place on the area where I try to store all the items. It's just gonna be separate for like the food items. I think it would be great. Might place it right next to my living quarters, and after that, pretty much this base is done and it's just gonna be upgraded modularly. Well, I guess this is it, mates. I'm sorting these things out for now. So, Aeolumity out.